So here at the Island School, we're climbing a mountain, and we're not going to make any compromises. 2 years ago in September, we started to pile all of our waste stream that comes out of our kitchen. Everything that comes here comes in cardboard. This was a gigantic cardboard pile, and now we have solutions, and a lot of them have been driven by students problem solving. We now shred our cardboard, we crush our glass. We're going to go back and meet Sam Kenworthy, who's been leading the charge as we move to be zero waste. Boom!
What are we doing here?
So it's my honor to introduce Sam Kenworthy. I've been talking about him. And part of the introduction is the story. Right behind me in this area here was where we started to store our resources. People sometimes call it trash, we call it resources. And Sam arrived here as a volunteer when it was a mess. I mean, it was really just a recreation of the municipal, the little settlement dump here that just gets burned into the ground and is a really big problem. And so Sam went to work. He's been here for a little over a year, and he's helped us with student support and some proposals, purchase some machines that are helping us shred cardboard and crush glass, and move towards, like we've been talking about, move towards this goal of not having anything leave our campus and trying to reuse and recycle as much as possible right here. So Sam, what I'd like you to talk about is the big projects that are going on right now. And we're building a building and biodigestion and some of those things.
Right. Okay, well, like Chris said, we've started an initiative to try to minimize as much waste as we possibly can. So the backdrop of all of our projects has to do with creating a facility where we can process everything on site, reuse things as much as possible, and things that can't be reused, eventually recycle them. And in front of all that is even just reducing what we bring in. Some of the more exciting projects we've got going now we're developing a plan for a recycling building here. It's actually mapped out and staked out right over here. So in this area, in the next few months, that'll be a construction zone. Another exciting project that I've been working on for a while, along with a few other folks down here at CEI, is a biodigestion project, which will effectively take all of our human waste and turn that into a usable compost in a liquid form, as well as create biogas, which is mainly methane, which we can use for any number of things. Right now we're thinking of using it to help heat biodiesel. That process will also take care of our waste stream of glycerol that comes out of our biodiesel process and turn it into a useful substance for us. So it kind of comes full circle from the energy side to the waste side, back to the energy side again. So where we are right now is we've got some pallets loaded up with different types of plastic. Plastic is a big problem for us here on the island. Plastic's a problem for most nations and states in the world, but especially small island nations such as Eleuthera. And so what we've got here, as Chris was showing you, is mainly number 1 and number 2 plastics. So we've got brittles separated from soft plastics, and we've been working with a recycler in Florida, which is our closest outlet, and we're having to send all this stuff away. So this is just a demonstration of our commitment to our zero waste goal, and the things that we can't process here, we'll send away to be recycled in the most environmentally responsible way possible. So these are going to go to Florida via our shipper and eventually be turned into things probably like t-shirts or new plastic bottles, or maybe like the AstroTurf on your kid's soccer field. So we're doing a really good job now of processing things here on site. Some other things that we have to ship off are metals, but we actually have a guy on Eleuthera that ships those off. That's one of his sources of income. So that's a great way for us to get rid of our waste, as well as for him to make a little bit of money and support the local economy.
So that's aluminum and tin primarily?
Aluminum we send off to Nassau with a program called Cans for Kids, which basically they bale up all the aluminum with a densifier, so it makes it in a big block, and then they sell it to a wholesale recycler in Florida, and they actually give us money for it. I think it goes for about 30 cents a pound now on the global market for aluminum, so that actually makes money for the foundation. I think over the last year we've gotten $500 or $600.
That's great.
And so we send those off. We've also got Deep Creek involved in that as well.
Yeah.
This device we have right here is our incinerator. We use this to help process some of our waste. Mainly, we incinerate things like bathroom waste and things that are biohazards and harmful to our human environment. but we also use this to process some things that we can't get rid of any other way. So things like number 6 and number 7 plastics that usually can't be recycled really anywhere in the world, oftentimes we'll have to put these in the incinerator. While this isn't the ideal way to deal with those things, it's the way we've got to do it here, so there's no processing. And it also, since it burns so hot, usually between 900 and 1200 degrees, it really eliminates a lot of the emissions that would normally come off that if you took something like that to the dump where it's burned here in Eleuthera. There's also a lot of potential here with the energy that it puts off with that high BTU content for us to use the heat off of this to create steam, potentially for electrical generation, or also to help heat our biodiesel. So that's a project that's sort of coming online in the near future. We're doing a bit of preliminary research with that right now.
And we're actually in Cap's house right here. Cap, can you come say hi?
Hello, hi, yeah.
Oh, come on over, man. Cap, come. Here's Cap.
Hi.
Say hi to the camera, Cap.
Hello, hi.
So Cap obviously services all our vehicles, our big engines, and the waste oil is part of this process too. We
Right.
drip it in, and it actually helps get the furnace going, right?
Right. There's an adapter that can hook up to this incinerator actually, and it makes it so that we can burn the oil for an indefinite amount of period. It burns about 3 gallons an hour, like Chris said, just kind of with a drip system, and it causes our incinerator to burn much hotter, which allows for us to have cleaner burning processes, again, which minimizes emissions and also eliminates that waste stream of motor oil for us.
Great. Thank you, guys.